We all know that in America right now, we are in a healthcare crisis. Healthcare costs are rising at an alarming rate and now represent nearly 1/6 of the total size of America's economy. During a person's lifetime, medical and health insurance costs are likely to be our largest or second largest expense after housing. And yet 45 million Americans are currently doing without health insurance of any kind, causing them to live in fear of a major medical issue. The problems with our current health insurance system are becoming more and more apparent. Advances in medical treatment are developing faster than ever, but access to these treatments is becoming harder, not easier to obtain for several reasons. Traditional employer-provided health insurance is becoming more and more difficult for businesses to provide for their employees and their families because of rapidly rising costs. Once an individual has developed an illness or disability, it can become virtually impossible for them to obtain quality insurance to give them access to quality health care.
Hi, I'm Harold Forbes with Main Street Benefits. Now, this may all sound pretty dismal, but in the next couple of minutes I'll try to brighten the outlook a little bit by sharing some information with you regarding individually owned health insurance. Many of you will find this to be an affordable solution to this very vital issue for you and your families.
As I mentioned earlier, 45 million Americans today have no health insurance of any kind. Surprisingly though, 80% of these individuals are employed and 16 million earn more than $40,000 per family. Roughly 15 million people between the ages of 19 and 30 have chosen not to purchase health insurance and not to participate in their employer's health benefits program because they believe that since they're healthy now, they don't need it. Millions of these uninsured working Americans could afford to buy good individually owned health insurance to protect themselves against what could be catastrophic financial losses in the event a serious health situation occurs. But very few people realize, however, that coverage is now available for an average cost of under $100 a month for an individual and less than $300 a month for a family. Now, this is a fraction of the actual cost of employer-provided group health insurance.
Most Americans who have health insurance still get it through their employers. It's just something you expect to have provided, and usually at a reasonable cost to the employee, at least for themselves, if not for their families also, because the employer pays the bulk of the cost.
There aren't a lot of choices as to the details of the coverage. The employer has usually done their best to find a one-size-fits-all plan for everyone involved. Most employees never really think about their insurance until they or a family member develops a medical problem. That's usually the point when they first learn the details of their health insurance benefits, which medical providers they can use, and what their out-of-pocket expenses will be.
Now, if you have health insurance through your employer, especially if you're not paying a significant portion of the premium, I'd never try to talk you out of it. It's a great benefit, and I hope you appreciate that your employer provides it for you. You should, however, educate yourself as to the details of your plan, so you know what to expect if you ever should need to use your medical coverage. However, if you're relatively healthy and you're not insured, or if you're paying more than $100 a month for individual coverage or more than $300 a month for family coverage through an employer-sponsored health program, you may want to consider purchasing your own health insurance. Here are a few facts about individually owned health insurance plans.
Number 1. Unlike an employer-sponsored plan, you will be able to tailor-make your own plan with an individually owned policy, choosing only the benefit options that are important to you and your family, at the levels that make the most sense and make the policy most affordable for you. Number 2, since you're saving them money by not utilizing their plan, many employers will reimburse you tax-free for the monthly premium. Number 3, if you receive free health insurance from your employer, an individual policy may still be worth considering because it's portable. You won't lose your coverage if you lose your job. You own the policy, so you take it with you and at the same cost. Now, that may not save you money right now, but it could save you thousands over the cost of what's called COBRA coverage, which involves you paying the total cost of your employer-provided coverage yourself should you lose your job. Number 4, if you cover your spouse and children on your company plan, you might be able to save thousands of dollars now by switching from your employer's plan and buying an individually owned policy for your family. Number 5, you can combine a high-deductible individually owned health policy with what's called a health savings account, or HSA. An HSA allows you to save money tax-free to spend on deductibles, co-insurance, and other unreimbursed medical expenses such as eye care and dental care. This type of savings account can accumulate tax-free as a retirement account as well. Number 6, even if you're relatively healthy and only see the doctor here and there, you will generally save money on those office visits if you have health insurance. Most doctors belong to networks that give discounts to insurance companies. You'll generally pay less with this discount than you will if you're paying cash. And number 7, the time to purchase health insurance is when you are relatively healthy and can qualify for it.
In summary, although healthcare costs are a major concern for most families today, affordable, individually owned health insurance is available. If you'd like a quote, please contact us or simply follow the link on our website to get a quote online. You'll be able to view actual policy options and get a specific rate quote. And you can even apply for a policy online if you'd like. I hope this has been helpful to you today. If you have any questions on anything I've shared, please contact us. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to hearing from you.